Hey guys, what's up? Commander here. Welcome to my NXT review. And before I get into NXT, I want to get your thoughts on the like Bill DeMott thing. If you haven't heard of it, I'll leave two links down in the comments section below. Um, but the stuff like this came out before, like back around the time WWE 2K15 came out, and there's been stuff about it before with Bill DeMott being dangerous and abusive to the developmental talents and what have you. Um, it's pretty shocking. I think it's true. Like it just seems too detailed for it to not be true. You know, if you read it, one of them's a long read. One of them is a long read, and I wasn't gonna read it. You'll see my comment. My name on it is Kyle Christie. That's my official. That's my actual name. Um, you'll see my comment there as well as other people's comments, but it's a long read, but believe me, it's worth it. It's pretty shocking, some of the stuff you guys say, and there goes my stupid screen being a ferret. Pretty shocking some of the stuff that he says, like all the like homophobic slurs and racial slurs, all these different things. Shocking, and stuff that he's done. And people like other wrestlers not weighing in on it. EC3 or Ethan Carter III, or he was Derek Bateman in WWE. He says he was getting slapped in the face by him when he had a concussion, which was just ridiculous. Loads of people weighing in it. Joey Ryan, if you heard of him. But read. There's two things that I'll leave a link in the comment. Go have a look at them, and if you keep up with wrestling news, then you'll know about it. But it's pretty shocking. But anyways, let's get into NXT because it was pretty damn good. I quite enjoyed it. First off, we got Adam Rose versus Tyler Breeze, which was pretty sweet to see Adam Rose on NXT and the crowd actually, enjoying it and chanting along, and he wasn't booked like an idiot either, like he is on the main roster. It was pretty good because the fans were both into Adam Rose and Tyler Breeze. It was pretty sweet, and there was a lot of antics between the two of them going back and forth. A fun little match. Adam Rose was sort of getting fired up, then out of nowhere, Breeze hit the beauty shot and picked up the win. And it was a pretty funny moment afterwards with Breeze trying to get out of there. Him and his selfie stick. That selfie stick thing is just awesome. It just adds into his already awesome gimmick. He was trying to get like past the rosebuds, and he was like, yeah, like with the selfie stick thing. It was awesome. It was really really cool. Really loving Tyler Breeze. Yeah, Tyler Breeze won. If I didn't say that. Afterwards, there was a thing with Enzo and Big Cass talking backstage. Carmella was there too, about like responding to Blake and Murphy and what have you. I'm sure there'll maybe be a match next week or the week after or something. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what goes down there. And then there was a thing with Alexa Bliss. She did return, but she was saying that she was out. I'm sure she returned though to a match. She says she's coming back to NXT, and she says somebody needs to show Sasha Banks who is really in charge. So she's maybe get a feud with her, which would be interesting to see. Maybe they'll have some awesome matches, because I heard they did have some awesome matches on the house shows or live events last year. So that'll be good to see. And next we got Blake and Murphy versus Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton. And these, if you haven't heard, but there's this like stable thing. It hasn't like appeared on NXT TV yet, but I think they're called the Shoot Nation, where it's sort of like amateur wrestler type of thing. Well, these two guys are a part of it, Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton, and two other guys, I think, or three other guys. I'm not too sure. They've got like their singlet things on and what have you. But Blake and Murphy won this one. It was just a short kind of match, just like the one before. Not much to it, but eventually Blake and Murphy hit the suplex frog splash finisher, and he hit the frog splash, whichever one it was, I can't remember. But the guy was almost at the other side of the ring, and he managed to hit the frog splash. It was pretty sweet. Next we got a backstage thing with Bailey wishing Charlotte good luck, and then Emma came in and was sort of heelish and saying that Bailey should have been in this match, but she lost, and was saying some other stuff. And she says that she made the same mistake in WWE because she was too nice and nothing happened, and now she's back at NXT. You know, that's not really true. It's Vince is an out of touch moron and doesn't let the divas wrestle, or the women wrestle. That's the reason. But maybe Emma will be allowed to, revitalize her career or what have you at NXT, because Triple H will, let her wrestle and put her in proper feuds and what have you. Because Triple H just knows what's best for business. He really does, There was a Rhino package thing, which is I just think I don't know. I just thought the Rhino thing was really awesome when it happened, and he's gonna appear more, so I'm looking forward to it. But we got Baron Corbin versus Tony Briggs. I don't know if this Tony Briggs guy's a part of the Shoot Nation thing. He had on a singlet thing. The fans were chanting "Let's go Lesnar" because he does look a little bit like him, but he just hit the end of days, quick match. I've said for a while now they need to stop doing this and start putting on like competitive matches. He did have that one with Adrian Neville, but there's only so long they can do these short matches, and some of the crowd's already starting to get bored of it. You can tell. There's a sort of a little booing, nothing serious, but I do think they need to start putting on better matches for Baron Corbin. I'm sure he can, just let it happen, Maybe get him in a feud or something. He did have that thing with Bull Dempsey, but it was nothing special really. But also they say, they're saying here, Kevin Owens, this was the match, Kevin Owens came out and was standing behind Alex Riley, and so Albert was telling him to, not do anything, and you've got a mortgage and a family and all this random shiz. And after the match, Owens picked up his water, Riley's water, and drunk a little bit of it, and then it says the guy says dumps it on A-Ri's noggin, which he did, and Riley got up and was pissed, and Albert was holding him back, but and they didn't fight or anything. But then afterwards, there was a thing with Sami Zayn, commenting on all the recent stuff. He did like that sort of vlog thing like he did before, where he was in Montreal or something, just yapping about stiffs. I don't know when he must return. He must return in a couple of weeks, few weeks maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really follow the spoilers, like I said before. But afterwards there was a thing with Alex Riley storming into Thingy's office, and CG Parker was there already. He was talking about stuff, I don't know, but he says that he quit as a commentator and he wants to take on Owens, but Regal says he'll only let him do it when Regal says, and CG Parker was sort of laughing and what have you, and they went back and forth, and CG Parker said something, and then Riley was like, "Oh, what, lose?" Or it was pretty funny. But Riley said he'll have a match with CG Parker next week, so it'll be good to see Alex Riley, and I hope he's got his old song, because that song was awesome. He was so over back when he left the Miz and that, and then Cena buried him. So yeah, that's that. Next we got I thought it was at the main event. We got Solomon Crowe versus Bull Dempsey, and yeah, again, nothing too special, but I like this format of like short matches and then a big long match in the main event. I like that, I do like it. But Dempsey dominated for the first few minutes, but then Crowe comes back. Yeah, didn't really showcase anything, but he just won with the springboard headbutty thing or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It looks kind of cool, but I don't know. You kind of need to see more of him, and they need to let him do a bit more. Um, but I'm sure it'll come along. Apparently he was like a really good guy in the Indies, and he was a team with Dean Ambrose at one point. So we'll see what happens. I'm just hope he's allowed to wrestle. I'm sure he will on the big specials. But next we have the main event, which was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, and this was a really good match. And speaking of women's wrestling, who was right about the whole Give Divas a Chance thing last week? This guy. Told you it wouldn't be good, did I? Everybody was getting excited on Twitter, loads of retweets on anything WWE was tweeting about the Divas and Paige and the Bellas, and it was a shit match. They got a 2-segment thing, yeah, and it was just rest holds bloody most of the time. Even when I was pissed off when it went to a break the way it did, because every match that went to a break on Raw was pretty good, but every match that had a break, it went to break the exact same way. They got thrown out and then went to bloody break. But during the break thing with the women divas, it was just Nikki giving Thingy a rest hold most of the time, and then when it came back, it was the same again, and nothing happening. No good bloody stupid screen, no good action or moments, nothing. Well, AJ returned afterwards, but nothing special. Nothing, nowhere near the quality of this. And Nikki had some stupid interview. I mean, oh my god, I'll just get it. I'll just pull it up. Where the hell was it? Of what she said. This is such bullshit. Says the guy asked who came up with the 30-second Raw match, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she says we were given about 3 or 4 minutes, but we put our head together and says we can tell a great story. And it goes on and on about some other shit, and I was like, what a load of bullshit. That's just so not what happened. You were only given 30 seconds, and it's like acting as though they came up with the idea, or they just went out there and decided to do that. That's not how it happened. Come on. That's an intelligent insulter right there. They were probably just told to say that. Load of shit. They're just too restricted, and Vince doesn't want the woman to outshine the guys. It's just an asshole, a pure asshole. But back to this Sasha Banks Charlotte match. It was really good. Loads of good moments. There's a pretty cool roll up from near the start by Charlotte. She got Sasha Banks back in the ring, then just sort of flipped in from the outside, well through the middle rope into the ring and rolled her up. It's pretty sweet. Something else I want to talk about is like somebody else mentioned it. I've seen it in the comments. About like sort of storytelling and like going off by moments that happened in previous matches. The same happened with Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, but how Charlotte did the moonsault thing, land on her feet, and then she would do the front flip, and she hot Sasha last time at Rival, at Our Evolution, I think. But this time Sasha got her knees up and stuff. I like how they progress with stuff like that. I think that's really cool. And also at the end of the match when Charlotte went for the what do you call it, off the top rope. I can't remember what she calls it. Natural selection off the top rope. But Sasha countered it and covered her up, and then got the feet on the ropes and won. But there was the other sick moment was the knee thing that Sasha does, but she did it to the back of Charlotte, and it was just an awesome match, and Sasha was really rough with the with the I think Albert called it a long blower, but like the backstabber into the bank statement thing. And she was also doing, I don't know what they call it, but she has like her feet in Charlotte's back of Charlotte's legs, and then she's got her hands pulled back like that. She was in that for a while as well, and she was really roughing her up. It was a pretty sick moment, but really good. You know, I really enjoyed it, and it was the main event as well. People were really going wild about that, really enjoying it. It was really good to see. Good to see that they're allowed to and to put on a great match like that. You know, it really proves that Triple H needs to take over. You know, pun intended. He needs to, and like I said it before, but I really think you'd have the next best thing to the Attitude Era if Triple H took over, and you're seeing this format of wrestling on the main roster. It might take a while to, you know, get going. It wouldn't be an instant thing, but I do think it could happen. And also, have you seen this video? I'll probably leave a link as well if I remember. Of this guy doing WWE moves to I think it's called Brutal WWE Moves to Girls or something, and it's really awesome. I've seen it on Monday night and I've watched it a few times. It's just awesome. It's truly awesome. He's doing all these moves to this girl off a diving board into a swimming pool and stuff. It's awesome. It's so awesome. When I was watching it, I was like marking out and everything. It was just sick. You need to see it. I'll leave a link in it if you haven't seen it. Go and check it out. It's really good. But tell me what you think about NXT. What did you think about Raw as well? Because I quite enjoyed Raw. It was pretty good, better than most weeks. Paul Heyman, oh my god, he was on fire with that promo. Holy shit, that was epic, truly epic. And I think some of that wasn't, you know, if wasn't what was planned to be said or whatever. You know, especially with the whole mic fucking up and that thing, like when I think he got pissed with the mic coming off, and then when Lillian gave it to him, he was like, "Oh, at least you're doing something right now," and the crowd was going, "Ooh," and then he sort of went off on that. I think some of that might have been, you know, just from him, you know, off the cuff or whatever the saying is. But I thought it was pretty good, and Roman Reigns with that big jump thing, and people instantly comparing it to, I didn't remember it, but Bobby Lashley did something similar years ago, so people instantly comparing it to that, and more hate for Roman Reigns. Even though, you know, he's just following the script there. It's not like, oh, I think I'll just decide to, you know, hop out the ring and, oh, conveniently Seth Rollins and everybody's sat there, so, you know, it'll work, you know. Dear, oh dear. But yeah, tell me what you thought of NXT. I enjoyed it. They also announced Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens March 25th, which is 3 weeks away. So that should be good. Be interested to see what goes down there. Maybe see some more Rhino by that point. I would have thought so, because he is in 2 matches at the last set of tapings. So good to see what goes down there. And NXT is at this Cleveland or in Ohio or something this weekend. It would have been. They should have really taped something there. They should have done tape-ins maybe, or they should have done something. Maybe they will record something for TV there. I don't know. But there's 2 shows. Like the first one sold out really quickly, and then the next one sold out just as quick as well. So it's good to see that NXT is you know, popular in other places, you know, because they're going to start touring soon. So it'll be good to see how well they do, you know. It'll be good stuff. But like I said, I'll leave the links to that Bill DeMott thing. You can tell me what you think of it. Chris Jericho deleted his, like, he had a tweet supporting Bill DeMott. Like he was saying that, oh, it was 1,000 times worse or something in the Heart Dungeon. But then people were just going back, like going wild at him pretty much. And I think that's when Joey Ryan and Ethan Carter III got involved and stuff. Because Ethan Carter went off about something like that. He said something about a heart can stretch me any day or something, and then he said that thing about the concussion and getting slapped in the face or something. But yeah, I'm kind of going on and on here, but you know, I'll just wrap this up. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you enjoyed NXT. And I'll see you next week. I feel like I want to say more, but I'm not really sure what to say. I don't know. Oh well. See you.